the Irishman.
The Irishman inside Spirit. The Irishman's down the middle.
Well, welcome along to this BMW Hong Kong Derby feature interview regarding the Irishman, and I'm pleased to say that we've got a full complement of connections. Owner Edmund Lee will join us very shortly, along with Francis Lloyd, the trainer, and so too Blake Shin, the man who will jump aboard this horse, Sabrina, come Sunday afternoon.
大家好啊！咁啊，翻到嚟呢一個部分呢，咁嚟緊呢，當然我哋亦都會睇啦另一匹打比嘅參賽馬包裝智威啊！今日都好開心啦，請到啦佢嘅馬主李文斌先生啦，咁同埋騎師薛恩呢嚟同我哋傾偈嘅。咁啊，首先都同你哋打個招呼先 ，Hello Edmund，Hi Blake，Hi everyone。咁啊，仲有威哥亦都喺現場啊，Hello 威哥，咁歡迎你哋啊！咁啊，今日咧都想同阿 Edmund 你傾下偈先啊！咁我都知道啦，李生啦，你哋咧都養馬好多年啦，包裝係咁啊，香港人都好熟悉，而且咧養唔少好馬。今季見到啦，包裝係都有好幾匹贏過啊！琴晚啦已經有匹包裝風雲啦，咁啊季初嘅時候又有太保啦。你自己咧對於你現時養緊嘅馬咧，有邊幾隻可以同我哋都講下分享下？
今年咧有包裝智威出打比啦，好開心，因為包裝智威係我舊年3月份嗰陣時買入嘅喺紐西蘭，咁當時就見佢同明月千里係同父系啦，好希望佢入到打比，咁終於如願以償入到打比，咁呢個最大嘅目標咧都係今場㗎啦，咁希望有好嘅表現啦。咁另外阿威哥幫我養另一隻包裝必勝已經贏咗2場啦，我相信威哥知道佢潛力比較仲多，因為我係呢隻馬係新養嘅，咁我初時都係唔睇好嘅，誰不知咧出2場贏2場，咁我都好開心。咁嚟緊仲有包裝大將啦，4班贏咗1場啦，希望上3班都會有好表現啦。咁啊，琴晚贏咗包裝風雲啦，咁啊，我相信佢日後再跑1500米甚至以上咧，都會係唔錯嘅，係。
咁啊，包裝係今季嘅養馬運非常之好啦，而且亦都會有包裝智威咧，咁去跑今個星期日嘅打比大賽啦。嗱，我知道啦，你頭先都提過啊，咁啊馬匹同前打比冠軍明月千里係同一個父位啦，咁同一個父系啦，咁呢個係咪你買翻嚟嘅主要原因啦？定係你有冇話覺得佢嘅形態啊、其他嘢啊吸引到你咧？
當時買佢翻嚟咧，就第一見到個父係同明月千里同父啦，咁相信應該係1600米打上嘅馬，咁係咪去到幾多？去唔去到2000、2400都未知嘅，因為每隻馬都唔一樣，但係起碼就有咁嘅路程嘅根據，1600以上會係啱啦。咁同埋見佢咧，每一次喺紐西蘭咧嗰個後勁都好犀利嘅，咁所以就買佢翻去，就再轉佢去澳洲 qualify。因為當時買嗰時喺2月底啦，紐西蘭已經冇咩大嘅賽程可以跑，就轉去悉尼，咁就 qualify 跑2場 qualify 翻做呢個special replacement 翻嚟嘅，係啦。
咁啊，佢喺香港嘅地標戰啦，咁啊一出就即刻跑亞軍喎。嗰場有冇少少係你預期啊？你一早已經預咗啊，定係有啲驚喜㗎？
其實咧，因為自購馬咧就好刺激嘅買呢樣嘢，因為你買翻嚟咧2-3場已經知道佢嗰個實力係到唔到香港嘅水準，就唔等於係即係跑之前係未知嘅，試習一定係好走勢嘅，出賽先知嘅。咁所以嗰一場就好緊張，因為第一場已經知道呢隻馬嘅水準係咪喺香港有爭勝嘅水準。咁好慶幸啦，雖然係跑1400米嫌短，都跑得好好。我相信呢隻馬就算今次打比贏與唔贏，後面都喺香港都會有一番功業嘅。
我相信都係啊。咁不過講到參加打比啦，咁你頭先都提到啦，咁其實可能佢贏之前嘅賽事都未會跑到咁長嘅路程啦。咁你買佢翻嚟係真係一諗住買佢翻嚟跑打比啊，定係純粹覺得佢係一隻好馬咧？
其實我覺得佢應該1600、1800、2000都有機會跑得到。咁2000其實係一個謎嚟嘅，都係大家都係試嘅啫。但1600米就一定係啱㗎啦。咁相信咧，就算2000米今次得，咁梗係好開心啦。唔得翻1600米咧，香港都仲有好多賽程選擇嘅。
冇錯，同埋即係佢而家啲分數，就算即係唔知2000得唔得啦，1600、1800相信佢都會有好表現啦，亦都係一隻好好嘅高班馬。咁我知道你之前都有名下嘅馬參加過打比嘅。今屆有啲唔同啦，因為我哋要喺家中觀賞㗎嘛，咁你嘅心情會係點樣呢？
其實咧就希望香港疫情快啲過去啦，呢、個我都想，因為個個都想做個馬主入嚟馬場，幫自己隻馬立喊助威，同啲騎師練馬師係傾下點樣嘅跑法啊，點樣呢個係做馬主嘅樂趣。咁但係問題咧，疫情關係咧都好了解，咁我哋會配合翻成個規則啦，希望疫情過去咧，明年繼續我哋包裝係繼續有馬跑打比，明年可以喺現場。見到大家，希望唔使明年添啦，仲快啲啦嚇。咁我哋都係配合翻政府嘅或者馬會嘅政策嘅。
多謝晒你，唔該你Edmond啊，我哋先傾到呢度。呢度咧我都想問下威哥啊，啱啱啊李生都提到啦，馬主就喺屋企睇啦，暫時冇辦法。威哥你會喺現場啊嘛，係咪？咁你對嚟緊星期日啊包裝智威，你有咩睇法啊？
咁當然都係希望佢有表現啦，咁就狀態啊各樣啊，其實我哋都準備得好好嘅。咁甚至乎阿薛恩咧，佢接手話俾佢跑呢隻馬之後咧，佢差唔多日日都嚟操呢隻馬，好有心機，好俾心機去操呢隻馬。
咁啊，威哥，如果係講譬如馬匹本身啦，狀態層面咧都話相當之好嘅。而今日薛恩呢位騎師其實見到你近期都合作多咗啦，咁點解會揀佢跑包裝智威咧？
都有一個主要原因，都係阿李生佢都有提呢個意見。咁我覺得薛恩咧，佢都係即係一個喺澳洲嚟講，大賽經驗都好即係好充足嘅騎師咯。咁我都同意佢個見解。
咁啊，威哥就前屆就勝出咗打比啦，憑住隻金槍60。咁啊，你作為一個贏過呢一個打比殊榮嘅練馬師，你覺得呢一場嘅賽事有乜嘢咁特別？點解每一個練馬師、騎師甚至馬主都咁想贏得到咧？
因為其實打比真係一隻4歲馬，佢一生一次，佢只係可以有一次機會去跑。咁當然即係我梗係好希望，尤其是今季我再有馬去參加，咁梗係希望再有機會再贏到啦。
咁啊，講翻即係前馬王金槍60啦，咁啊，其實佢仲係馬王，唔係前馬王，馬王金槍60係啦。咁佢就之前贏打比嘅時候，當然賽前呼聲都好高。你自己
參加咁，梗係希望再有機會再贏到啦。
咁啊，講翻即係前馬王金槍60啦，咁啊，其實佢仲係馬王，唔係前馬王，馬王金槍60係啦。咁佢覺得一隻馬要勝出呢項賽事，即係要有啲乜嘢條件，佢可以幫到佢順利去贏到咧？
我諗最主要咧就係呢個狀態唔使講啦，咁同埋佢再如果適合嗰個路程係更加好啦。咁但係通常咧4歲馬咧佢有機會去參加啦，未必隻馬都係適合嗰個路程。咁最主要真係嗰個狀態咯，你調急去嗰個時候佢係去到最頂峰，咁啊梗係最好咯。
咁以你嘅經驗，咁你又覺得包裝智威去到2000米？你對佢應唔應付到嘅信心，你覺得係點啊？
我覺得佢都應付到嘅，主要就係睇當時嗰個步速啦，同埋嗰個形勢咯。
咁啊喺我哋問薛恩之前啦，我都問下你啦，抽到13檔喎，你會俾啲乜嘢策騎指示啊，或者咩建議騎師咧？
其實我就好民主嘅，我操或者賽前咧會係都會同騎師啊或者係馬主啊大家研究下，咁但係到去發揮嘅時候咧，都係會俾騎師去發揮，因為上到去之後佢先知道嗰個狀況，尤其是如果騎師佢識得應變，咁啊最好啲。
咁啊，相信薛恩啦，我哋頭先都提到佢本身係大賽騎師，我知道佢喺悉尼都贏過墨爾本杯呢啲咁嘅大賽，所以咧相信咧佢都有機會可以幫到包裝智威咧去贏到呢一場賽事，希望佢跑得好啊！多謝你 Edmond， 多謝威哥。咁我都去好快 recap 下俾佢哋聽啦，跟住個部分先等阿 Nick 咧去訪問阿 Blake 嘅。Thank you so much. So I have interviewed Edmond and Francis to ask them about the chances. What do they think about the Irishman? How would he perform in the coming Sunday? This is one of the horses that Edmond chose on his own, and he's obviously a very experienced owner. He has purchased a lot of good horses. Even this season, actually, their family has quite a few winners. Even last night in the Happy Valley race, they have got one winner. Okay, and coming Sunday, they also have a very good hope on the Irishman. And let's hope that he can also reach 2,000 meters, because Francis also thinks that he has that ability and has a chance to reach such a long distance. Well, the only question I had was draw 13. That would be probably quite tricky, but Francis thinks that Blake is a very good jockey. He has won a lot of big races back in Australia. He's obviously a good race jockey and he can probably handle it. So the next part, I would like to have Nick to ask Blake what is his tactic and how he's gonna, face this challenge.
Thank you, Sabrina. Yes, indeed. And Blake, many thanks for joining us here on this BMW Hong Kong Derby feature interview. Obviously, from the aspect of gate number 13, I guess that's as good a place as any to start. How do you envisage this race panning out for you and the Irishman? Obviously, another wide draw, perhaps not the ideal, given that he was drawn wide last time in the Cup as well, but did run a very good race.
Yes. Hi, Nick. Hi, everyone. Unfortunately, the barrier gods wasn't in our favour again with the Irishman, but they're the cards we're dealt with, and we're just going to have to play the card that we got on the weekend and ride the race as we see it. And look, I envisage a high pressure race. The good thing about our horse, I don't believe we're going to have to change his pattern too much. We just ride him as he's been racing, and the pace of the race, if it's ran how it's going to be looked on paper, well, it might just play into our hands.
Just with this horse, Blake, obviously it's going to be the first time you'll ride him under race conditions. The Hong Kong Jockey Club website, hkjc.com, a wonderful tool for anybody obviously studying races, and a great aspect of that is you can find out horses' track work and what they've been doing. Now, the name B Shin pops up quite a bit next to the Irishman. What have you made of this guy in his homework? You seem to have played a very integral part leading up to this race.
Look, I think it's been pivotal to get the opportunity to ride this horse for myself every day, get an understanding of him. He's not a simple horse, but having a ride in such a massive race in the weekend in the Derby to leave no stone unturned and try and build that understanding of each other in the week on the weekend's race. I think that was important for us both. I believe that we're going in there, as in good a shape as we can. He's a very impressive horse. He's got a big engine, great stride, and I think he's going to run his best race, and hopefully things just pan out for him on the weekend.
Prior to this series, Blake, obviously there's always plenty of intrigue, which jockeys are riding which horses, and many jockeys in a privileged position, much like yourself, will have choices to make. Now, obviously, initially, Fantastic Treasure was due to be your mount for the series. Obviously, he has met with an injury and is currently on the sidelines. But finding a horse like the Irishman for the Derby, do you feel he's the right mould for this race? I mean, given the way he's been running his races, his pedigree, his overseas form, did you feel he is what's considered to be a Hong Kong Derby winner?
Yeah, sure. Look, he come over from Australia with very good form. He ran second behind an Oaks winner in Hungry Heart, and the form lines from Australia were very impressive. And he come over as quite a highly rated horse and touted horse. And his first up run suggested that he was going to be a big force towards a Derby, and I think at each run he suggested that he's continued to improve, and he just hasn't had through circumstances and barriers, things just haven't worked out, and hence why he hasn't got a number one against his name. But I think the preparation that he's had has indicated that he's on the right path, and his rating is of 92. I think it's the third rated horse in the race, and I think he's got the credentials. Like you say, he's got a great pedigree. He's got a staying pedigree. Although he hasn't run over 2,000 metres, it gives me the feeling that he will. He's got a great set of lungs on him, and if he can just relax and get a smooth passage, he's going to give it one hell of a show. Blake,
it's been a great season for you up till this point. Obviously, the win on International Day, the the Gold Cup as well on Russian Emperor. This will be your 4th Derby ride. You've actually gone close on a couple of occasions as well, and that just leads me on to a question we've got from one of our media partners. Angeline Chang from Broadcasting asks, Blake, you've been successful over the Sha-Tin 2,000 metres at group level. 8 runs, a win, 1 second, 1 third, 2 fourths and 2 fifths. Now, almost all of them in the money. Player Del Puente had an awkward draw the year he ran. Do you think that you can get a good result with the Irishman, given your record over that course and distance?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe we can. We're trying to achieve number 1, but I believe I've got the horse to win the race. I really firmly believe I've got the horse to win the race. I think he's absolutely peaking for the day on Sunday. It's just going to come down to the right run in the race, and that's my job. Francis has done his job. The team at home have done their job. It's just luck in running and plotting the right path. And my stats say that we're not too bad around the 2,000 metres, and I just hope I can ride a good race, and he'll be there fighting at the finish.
Is there any one thing in particular, Blake, that you enjoy about riding over perhaps more of a distance than, say, a sprint? I mean, you're obviously a Group 1 winning rider at both disciplines, so it probably means very little. But do you really enjoy these staying races, just the way they unfold, perhaps?
Look, I enjoy every race, none more so than others. It's just a matter of letting it unfold and then trying to plot a path from basically the start to the finish, as we did on Russian Emperor, and we're going to have to do this do the same on the weekend. So it's going to be a tactical race. It's going to be a thinking race for every jockey, and it's not simple, but that's what we're employed to do, and that's why we get paid the big dollars.
Absolutely, and it's something you've been doing extremely well this season, bringing up 20 winners only recently as last night at Happy Valley. I'd like to welcome Alan Aitken back in to this interview regarding the Irishman. Alan, welcome back. You've got another question for us.
Yeah, a couple of questions. Morning, boys. First of all, for Francis, have there been any particular challenges with preparing the Irishman for the Derby? He seems a very aggressive horse who needs a little bit of extra attention.
To me, he seems an easy training horse, but he got a little bit of his own idea as he trained him a few days, and he also realized this horse. I think he know much than me, but look at the horse. He's a light horse and easy to pick up his condition.
And the other, it's not really a question, but it's an observation, so I'll direct it to Blake. You haven't done a lot of riding for Francis since you've been here. Last night was only your second winner for him, but you did nearly knock him off in the Derby with the 300-to-1 chance 2 years ago. So is this a matter of good timing getting you two guys together?
I hope so. He probably owes me one. I probably would have been the worst person on the track that day if I'd won that race. So it's nice to be teaming up with Francis. He's a hell of a nice guy. We've sat in the tower on many of occasions there at Sha-Tin, and I picked his brain and we get along really well. And I was really pleased to win that race for him last night on Universal Go-Go. And mate, I don't know how the opportunity come about, but I'm absolutely delighted. And if I can win this Derby for him and Mr. Lee, it would be an absolute dream come true. This is a race been on my bucket list. The reason why I'm in Hong Kong to win a Hong Kong Derby, and if I could take it home, I'd be absolutely stoked.
Great, thanks.
Thank you, Alan, for your input there. We've got another question from Victor, Victor Lau, who's part of the Cantonese broadcast team. A question to Mr. Lee. The Irishman raced with a cross noseband in Australia. Did his trainer in Australia tell you the purpose or the reason for putting that gear on?
I think I didn't quite. I'm not sure why they put a sheepskin noseband on, but it's already back to the days that he used to train in Australia. Now I trust. I think I didn't quite. I'm not sure why they put a sheepskin noseband on, but it's already back to the days. Blake and Francis, I think Blake ride the horse every day, and then Francis have their own team to manage the horse every day. So I would like them to pick their own gear rather than forcing them to use the gears that we used to have in Australia. So I think the horse has changed a lot. He used to be very aggressive, now a little more settled. So hopefully he will just run his race on Sunday.
Absolutely. Well, we certainly wish you very well indeed. Many thanks for answering our questions. Edmund, Francis and Blake, very best of luck with the Irishman